Ooh. Pop this to full screen. I don't know if you want to invite people. Oh, actually, I don't have anyone in like my contacts.
I don't either.
Oh, gotcha.
You know that we only get
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine. I didn't want this to go past like 30.
Okay.
But I figured we'll be on early so people can join whenever. You know. Does it make a noise or something when someone joins?
Mm-hmm. Ding dong.
Ding dong. Ding ding dong.
These chickens are very
They are.
aggressive sounding.
They really are.
Hi. I think you're muted.
Oh.
Hi.
Oh, there you are.
Hi, friends.
Hi, friend.
What's up?
How are you doing?
We're doing good. We're doing good.
Good.
How are you holding up?
Hanging in there.
How's that toddler of yours?
She's back there doing dishes with Grandma.
Oh, good. Good. Put her to work.
Nice.
Yeah, actually, I think she's eating an apple right now, but yeah, she'll be getting to the dishes soon.
Good. This is when child manual labor laws don't exist. It's like literally put your kids to work.
Yeah. How are you guys holding up?
Good. I mean, all things considered, I mean, we got a head start on this quarantine thing, apparently. So,
Yeah.
you know,
Right.
just been finding ways to keep ourselves entertained and, you know, staying.
Yeah.
Oh, Sharon wants to come in.
But yeah. Oh, wait, Sharon.
Hi, guys.
What's happening?
Hold on.
Hey.
So Sharon, Chad, meet Robin. Robin's one of our good friends that lives down in Santa Barbara.
Hi.
Sharon and Chad from Dallas.
Hi, Robin.
Hello. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. So
Sorry, I was eating.
y'all have prettier weather to sit outside. We're not having very nice weather to play along with this whole shelter in place.
No.
Well, the rain starts any minute, so it's supposed to rain later today.
Yeah, we're supposed to like start getting some weather late today or tomorrow or something. So it won't be all California 70 and sunny for long.
But today it is. It's
But
beautiful.
Yeah, we've had about 10 inches of rain this week. Like,
Oh,
Geez.
like an unusually large amount. Can we get a book?
That's like half of our yearly average is like 24 or 26 inches. Like that's it.
Yeah.
That's what she said.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we're quite a bit ahead. I think we're like 10 or 15 inches ahead of where we normally are at this time of year. So we're gonna put you on a book, raise you up a little.
Oh, that's what we did with ours. It's like on a book on another computer. Yeah, how things holding up in Texas? What's going on over there?
Well, it's about to be a lot in California from what we understand. The governor is gonna have a press conference in a couple of hours, and I think we're going to more restrictions like y'all are.
Gotcha.
So we'll see. We're not sure yet.
Yeah, just kind of holding on. I hear you.
Yeah. I took my dad to the grocery store this morning and loaded them up on some stuff, and I just made them a casserole.
Nice, nice.
Oh, Candace and Dusty.
Oh my goodness.
Oh goodness, they have bottles all ready to go.
Actually, speaking of
Okay.
this, yeah.
Can't Robin can't drink with us.
Are you guys drinking?
I know, I have a hydro flask. I'm so sad you guys is like the worst time to be pregnant.
Oh, Robin, happy belated birthday.
Oh, thank you. It was, an interesting one.
Oh, look at the pup. How's he doing?
He's good.
He's good. He's all healed now. So.
Hey, Mama.
She's on the Golden Gate Bridge. She's
Apparently.
being adventurous today.
Oh, she's using the background. Nice. It looks like you're floating like in the music video for Hook.
Oh, we need bubbles bad. Davies, didn't they still need
Which
bubbles?
wine is that?
I have some.
Ooh, gotcha.
Do you want to put some in the freezer?
Kind of.
Okay.
Would that be okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Which one do you want?
You say.
You say.
We're opening.
You say.
Okay, I have either I can do Schraubsberg or I have what's that place?
Shops.
Schraubs.
Mike and Brittany will be home later today to see if you want to have a porch hangout.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
we
we
can
can
like
totally
10
do
feet
that.
away from each other.
Yes, I love it.
Yeah, that
Perfect.
sounds good.
How are you guys doing?
We're doing all right, all things considered. I mean, you know.
Oh,
I made some fresh squeezed orange juice this morning, which
Oh,
I
that's
never do. So
wonderful.
this is bringing out a whole new item.
Right?
Make
Oh.
up the orange.
Some of this.
Uh-oh, drink it.
So,
Must see TV.
Oh, Mike, what did you pour, Mike?
this was some
I love you.
Fromsburg.
I don't know if you wanted it this
Oh,
moment.
okay, Schraubsberg Blanc de Blancs.
Yeah. Blanc de Noir, not the Blanc de Blanc.
Oh,
So
Blanc de
they're-
Noir.
Yeah, this is their
Oops.
Pinot white sparkling wine.
Oh,
All right, well
Which
let's all
is
have
my
let's
favorite.
have a cheers.
I know.
Yes, for sure.
Okay.
Whether you have a
Cheers.
beverage or not.
Cheers. Cheers.
Cheers. Cheers.
Courtney,
Cheers.
what are you drinking? Where is it?
I know.
you wanna?
I realized I could have done my computer for this instead. Here, I'm going to.
That works.
We have.
Oh, yeah.
All right, I'm gonna go.
Good stuff. Some solar shard.
Yes.
Good place.
You're gonna have to pay attention.
Oh, yeah, I'll pay attention.
Mike, it'll come as no surprise what Chad brought down.
Nice. That date night SP. That's like perfect, like early afternoon. Hey, Greg, what's happening? Welcome to the show.
Did you hear me sneeze? Wait, don't worry, it's not the virus. It's just allergies.
And your dog's
Feel
barking.
Let's do a,
What do you want to do? Like a.
Oliver.
Yeah, I need to. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Let's see how long it takes for everyone to like log on and whatnot.
In the meantime, we'll just all drink together.
Can we talk about the fact that there are so many cars on the road right now? Like, what are you doing?
I don't know. We haven't. I don't.
We don't know. We haven't
don't
been
know.
out in the world in a week.
Even like the 2 bike rides I've taken, there's actually a lot of people going out Con Valley because of the mountain bike trails that are out there. So there were a ton of people out there. But
Well, yeah, like the outdoor spaces are
yeah,
it's wild.
everyone's like, well, we got free time. We might as well go walk around and enjoy some sunshine and whatnot. So,
So, so Sharon, Chad, do you guys have enough wine and things to keep you in place for a while since you're behind us, cool Californians that are trendsetters?
I think we'll be okay. We went to Total Wine the other night and loaded up on some stuff because we didn't want to just start drinking full size collect them on a Tuesday night. But
There we go.
we've
You
done
can
a
take
bit.
them downstairs and show
Yeah.
'em.
It's
Thank you for the
yeah, it's
wow.
really weird. I am normally am like the type of person where I don't like to ask for help and I like to do everything myself. So having to rely on other people to do things for us is very uncomfortable and weird. But I'm so like grateful and thankful for all of our friends and family that keep like bringing us stuff. And
It's true.
I just had a friend text. She's like, "Go to the store. What do you need?" I'm like, "Bubbly water, avocados, and some Aperol." Those are my 3 priorities right now.
That's an interesting shopping cart.
yeah, no kidding.
I'm almost down to my last little bit of Aperol, and I have to have my spritzes to pretend like I'm still on vacation.
Yeah.
I love it. Well, I'm coming home in a little bit, so let me know if you need anything. Just text me.
Thank you.
Will do. Appreciate it.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
All right. Do you want to talk?
Yeah, sure. I can do that. Here, we're gonna mute everybody for a second. or a couple minutes.
I don't know how to do that.
You just don't mute yourself.
You did it.
I muted
Or-
myself.
or-
Courtney doing?
Probably don't
Courtney-
need to. There's only
Oh, it's weird.
Courtney and the dog are just
Oh.
floating above. Well, I wanted to use this Sunday because we've been doing like our normal Instagram posts and stuff that have been super fun and kind of entertaining and help at least keep our minds off of kind of the current state of things. It's been really good. But we've gotten a lot of questions on MTGA in particular, how things are holding up in Napa. Of course, we have a few of our Napa friends here, so you guys kind of know the drill. But for of course, Sharon and Chad and Greg and everybody else who's on, it's, we figured we'd give a little update, kind of just like how things are cruising along wine-wise and whatnot. And we wanted to try and use this, more often, hopefully, especially the more that we have to, All right,
That was not me. Okay.
all right. Odie's been muted. Odie lost speaking privileges. So we've gotten a lot of like how things are going in the wine world, and I think a lot of our Napa friends will echo this, is that basically all tourism visitation have shut down. I know, like Sharon and Chad, you guys had to postpone your trip coming out here because that was going to be in a week and a half, 2 weeks or so. It's pretty much been the case. I mean, we don't have any tastings or events or anything going on basically through the end of May, and then even in June we've been told from some folks like, hey, we might have to reschedule or redo this. So basically, like, everything is shut down. We have a few restaurants that are staying open and doing like takeout every once in a while, but a lot of them are just kind of wrapping up shop. They're kind of selling through the last bit of produce and things that they have in their freezers and fridges, and then it's just like off, and we'll see when we. So, I know there's a lot of folks vying for help, especially a lot of small businesses, I'm sure locally for a lot of you guys. And that's something that we've been trying to focus on ourselves, that if there's a restaurant that is staying open for takeout, finding someone that'll deliver it to us so we don't have to go out and break our little quarantine. But it's something that we wanted to encourage is, support the little guys where you can, or just anyone where you can. And it's been, I think, fun for us with the last few days of doing videos of just kind of trying to keep everyone, as best we can moving forward. And obviously with the economy the way it is too, everyone's kind of starting to, including us, pinch our pennies where we can and kind of take it easy and slow down kind of some of the discretionary spending and things, but getting out and helping where we can. So that includes the wine side of things. I'm sure a lot of you have gotten emails and updates from, wineries.
Every winery you've ever given your email to ever.
Yes.
In your entire
Yes.
life.
Yes.
It's been like,
Ever.
hey, we need a hand. To be fair, we're going to be doing the same thing because we're going to be, we set up our website this morning so that every single order that goes through now until forever basically gets complimentary shipping, because we're just like, we know that people, one, you'll be home to sign for it. Two,
Yeah.
Right. Right.
And two, it's, we're trying to help out and, make sure people don't go thirsty, but, at least provide some help on that front too. So, it's something that I think everyone's trying to do and jump in on. And if you can spread the love, great, please do. If not, we get it. We'll all still be here kind of hanging out, be here for each other, as well through all this. So, what else? I mean, for us, kind of had like my notes because I knew I was going to forget something. For us, kind of just business and MTGA wise, I mean, we have our next bottling run coming up at the end of April. So that's kind of the biggest thing that we're holding out for. That's when this is going to come out officially, something that
Oh, okay.
before. That's going to be our, oh yeah. Give me that. So I know. It's a red blend that we're doing.
Nautical.
It is nautical themed because it's
Naughty.
modeled
Nautical.
because it's modeled after when I was on the rowing team in college. It's basically the same shape as and like design as the oars that we would use, because each oar is painted on the end kind of to represent the school colors and everything like that. So we kind of use that. theme. So gearing up for that. A new round of Pinot Noir is going to get bottled up, and the 2019 Riesling will get bottled up as well. So super, super excited. And luckily we had pretty much everything like rolling and ready to go for this. So we're not having any issues like supply chain wise with like corks and foils and bottles and all that stuff. Everything, those have all been, I guess, considered essential businesses, which, you know, wine is totally essential to life. So we're on board.
Yes, it is.
Chris's business will have them in work because they're essential.
Yeah, exactly.
The liquor business, yeah.
Oh, for
Robin's
sure.
husband is in the liquor business, so
Yeah,
essential.
So he works for a distributor out
Yes.
here in California as well. So, so yeah, we're just, I mean, realistically, you know, with a lot of the barrels kind of put to bed for the, you know, aging process and getting ready for bottling, it's just kind of like business as usual. There's not so much going on that, you know, we have to be worried about, you know, how things are progressing. It's a nice, slower part of the year for us, which is, we're very thankful for. And yeah, bottling is kind of the next big thing on the horizon. So on top of that, I did want to mention as well, because like Chad and Sharon, we've already talked about this, as well as we've emailed back and forth with some other folks of people who had to cancel trips or trying to reschedule. We're going to start doing some virtual tastings, much like this. Where we're going to we have a pre-built pack already online. So if you want to host your own MTGA tasting with family, friends, the whole nine, you can purchase that, and then we'll schedule a time to Zoom conference call, and we'll do the tasting just as we would, you know, out at the winery basically, except it'll be, you know, our backyard to your kitchen or backyard as well. So very excited to start doing that. And luckily enough, we had some really good friends, since we are kind of stuck in indoors and around our place for the next week. We had some really good friends of ours who have offered to like pick up wine and start shipping it out next week for us as well, so we can start getting wine out sooner rather than later, which is going to be really, really, really helpful. So yeah, right now that tasting pack is going to include everything that you need. It'll be 4 bottles of wine, all the tasting notes, and like the normal information on the wines as well. We're going to include some MTGA, your own MTGA labels. So if you're one of those people like me that puts stickers on the back of their computer or on your water bottle, you can use those for whatever you would like. And we'll have a good time despite having to be, you know, somewhat isolated. We want to try and keep bringing people together and using wine to be able to do that as well. So that's available this morning or this afternoon as well.
Did we get that one?
Yeah.
Oh, we drank that.
Yeah. And then we're going to send out a note probably tomorrow or Tuesday, kind of with all this other information and whatnot. We're going to keep doing these videos. I think we're going to keep doing these little brunch gatherings and sessions, you know, with, you know, it'll be less kind of businessy updates like this. It'll be more just kind of hanging out and bringing people together is the hope. It's, you know, what wine and what we do is all about. So, you know, we're going to try and do this, just Sunday brunch around 11 or 11:30 moving forward, that specific time. So those of you that are, you know, out a little ways, it'll be early afternoon. That way we just have, you know, some connection, can hang out and chat and see what else.
Becomes snack for us.
Oh, that looks nice. There you go.
Here, let me unmute it, Courtney.
Yeah, it's 1:15 here.
Yeah.
In Nebraska, Iowa.
Nice.
Yeah.
I mean, we've heard a little bit from Chad and Sharon. Oh, Rhonda and Kent signed on. Awesome.
Hi.
What's up, Rhonda?
Just got out of the shower.
Good stuff. Oh, by the way, for everyone that you need like pickled goods for Bloody Mary and just snacks, you need
soup mixes. And supporting another small business.
Yeah.
Rhonda. Oh, look, she's going to show them right now. Her company is called Sweetly Sauced, and she makes pickled cauliflower and carrots, and someday she'll have the dilly beans back in, but they're all amazing and delicious, and you know. Yeah, there it is. I ordered some pickled garlic. I'm just gonna eat it.
We do 5 flavors of soup mixes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
Oh, sorry.
Is this a business call?
That was a friend of ours, Colin.
It's our grocery donkey.
Uh oh. Hold on, babe. What are you doing? Hold on, I got it.
Oh, your computer's about to die. Oh, Candace, your computer's about to die.
Shoot, I didn't charge this thing.
Oh no, where's your cord?
Oh, wait, there it is. Okay, we got it.
Hi, sorry.
Oh my God.
No.
This is like the first time I've ever done a video, had to do a video conference call because I've never worked for like a big ass company that does these. So this is strange.
I wonder if we should do this. Tell my
Let's see.
Steve to set one of these up.
Actually, Greg, I went ahead and unmuted you as well. How are things going down in Palm Springs area?
So good, Mike. We, we're seeing something different than you guys are up north, especially out here in the Palm Springs Valley.
Mm-hmm.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of apathy out here.
Oh yeah.
Golf courses still open. Businesses have just closed up in the last 24 hours.
Wow.
A lot of people still out and about, a lot of traffic. People still, matter of fact, yesterday, after the announcement the night before last, yesterday the stores were busier than they have been in the last week and a half.
Yeah.
So wow. Sounds like you're kind of like a week or two behind everybody else then as far as that goes.
Well, I think you just have people here, you have a lot of mentality of people that don't believe that it's as big a problem as it is.
Sure.
And it's not necessarily that it's an epidemic at this point, but in the prevention phase, people are not as aware of what could happen as they should be. And so we live on a golf course, and the golf course was more active in the last 48 hours than we've seen it in the last couple of months.
No way.
So they've had more people golfing in the last 2 days because there's a few golf courses that stayed open here in the valley, obviously against the directive, but they stayed open. And so there are always going to be people who are going to make the decision to do their own thing and make their own idea of what is important and what isn't. And we've seen that down here, and we're continuing to see it. There's still a lot of activity happening even this morning. So, but everything's good down here. We've had, how many cases did they say they've had? About 30 cases, and 10 people or so have died from it? 5 people. So we've had a few down here in the valley, but with the retirement community that we have out here, that's the biggest concern is the average age here in the valley between 65 and 75. And so those folks are obviously the most vulnerable. And we, just on the street we live on, we've got 5 people, one that's had cancer in the last year and had extensive treatment, 2 or 3 of them had connection for various things. So those people are all extremely vulnerable. A guy that just got out of the hospital that's in his 80s. And there's people out here in the community that are just out and about like there's no concern for them. So we just hope that, as we work through it, that people think about it a little more and consider others beyond themselves. So, and we're not seeing as much of that as we would like to. Social media kind of blows things up because you always hear from the few people. So we've got 10 or 15 people that are always really vocal and discussing the fact that they're going to do what they want to do, whereas most folks are probably battening down the hatches and staying close. But if you guys have all seen the statistics, it only takes 1 or 2 people to infect 5 or 10 others, and then all of a sudden you've got a problem.
Oh, for sure. I mean, we've seen a little bit of the same thing up here where we were just talking to some friends yesterday, and the winery that one of them works for, the owner went out to Meadowood Golf Course and was like, no, I'm going to play at least 9 today, maybe more. And they're like, no, like we're closed. Like, and they're like, really? Like no one's even, and then they got into it a little bit about, oh, not that many people here are sick. It's not that big of a deal. I'm going to be playing out here by myself. What's the problem? Yeah. And it seems like everyone is, at least it seems like most people out here are kind of in the same mentality of like, let's hunker down, we'll stay in contact with friends and we'll be in touch. We'll keep our distances, where needed, but, be smart about it as opposed to just carrying on day to day,
But this gives us more of a chance to drink some wine and some bourbon and, consume some of our favorite beverages. So,
for sure.
So we're happy about it.
Yeah, I think we've been on the pace of at least 2 bottles a night plus whatever nightcap we get right after that.
Or 5.
or 5 bottles. 2 nights ago it was 5 bottles. We were like, no, we only had 3. And then we, on like Instagram video we did, we're like, no, we definitely rattled off 5 different wines.
All right, y'all can make up for me.
Oh, for sure. No, we'll drink your share. Absolutely.
Citizens are just
Are
happy because
Are
our
we
governor.
supposed to have a drink right now?
I mean, you don't have to, but it's encouraged.
It's encouraged.
I mean,
I'm dry.
So Mike, I heard you talking earlier about Mike, I heard you talking earlier about the state of things up there and what was going on.
Yeah.
As we had talked when you were down here, we had discussed the possibility of coming up, and of course that was several months ago.
Mhm.
So what are time frames looking like that up there? Obviously, we're at the mercy of what is happening with this thing and where it goes, and what the government decides to put out as far as what restrictions make sense and what ones don't. But what do things look like up there time frame wise? What are they laying out up there, at least for right now?
I mean, right now, everyone's pretty much hunkered down and said April 7th, whatever Gavin Newsom said. They're like, April 7th, this is like, or April 6th, basically, we're going to start reevaluating and see if we do extend this or if we can actually start slowly but surely reopening things. I've had a fair amount of folks who had trips planned this spring and even early summer who are like, you know what, we're going to push this back. Yep, like Chad and Sharon, that we're going to push this back to, October, November. We're just going to give it another 6 months or so. And hopefully we just don't have to reschedule again. I think the thing is, like most people, for like flights, you can just bank the points and rebook a flight. For hotels, a lot of them are being really, it sounds like they're being really conscientious and saying, hey, if you need to rebook, we can rebook. Same thing, all driving companies and some of our great folks that we work with are doing the same thing. So everyone's just kind of in a holding pattern right now, which is kind of a bummer because we know that, planning a trip short notice, once everything's finally like lifted and we can be a little bit more at ease is going to be tough. So, a lot of folks are just looking at, doing a lot more of this, doing the virtual tasting thing, doing as much as we can to bring some Napa around the country, remotely.
Yeah.
Because
Well, cheers to you guys. Cheers.
Yeah, Rhonda.
Busy stick, cheers.
What do you have there, Darlene?
Busy stick.
Oh, that's good.
Sorry, I hardly ever drink alone. It's really sad. I guess I'm not alone. I should be popping bottles, but then I start drinking alone at 11 a.m. It gets ugly.
Well, see, now you're not alone today.
I
You have
know.
all kinds of new friends and,
part of
You guys
this.
want to hang out all day?
Yeah, that's definitely part of this, is that there's nothing like kind of wallowing at home with, nothing to do. So hopefully
know what this does.
little lively going Sunday afternoon.
well, especially for you guys, Mike, you guys are still under your quarantine. How many more days do you have before the specific circumstance for you is done?
It'll be the 29th, literally a week from today. We got into New York City from Europe a week ago, and then we got home to California on Monday. So basically, a week from Monday, we're officially kind of back to a little bit more of our normal life, and that gives enough time for that if we happen to come in contact with everybody or anybody who had the virus, that it would manifest itself.
So Mike, how do they track that with people to make sure? Do they check in, or do you have to fill some? To make sure that people who are off the plate, nothing. So
it's totally the honor system.
Right.
So even when we went through customs, as soon as we got back there, we just went straight through. There was no extra check. There was no nothing. And security had to, wrangle all of us at like 15 minutes of waiting for our bags to go back through security, get our temperatures taken, fill out a form of where we were traveling, how long we were there, and if we came into contact with anyone who was sick.
Okay.
And then they handed us a form saying, hey, it's recommended that you spend at least 2 weeks in self-quarantine just to make sure that you're not spreading this thing. And it's just the honor system,
Right.
That's it. So
I know they didn't do that. There was a flight that came in from England on that Friday that we left to go to Newark, and it obviously was delayed because everyone on the flight was like running to get to their next flight, and they did not do that in San Diego. I am shocked. Wow.
Wow.
Okay. So, yeah. And we were on that plane with those people from the the British flight.
Yeah.
So
well, that was kind of the thing when we got back and had to go through security. They're like, okay, make sure you keep your distance, you stay away from people and things like that. And here we are, like waiting to get our temperatures taken by the CDC, like shoulder to shoulder with like 300 other people. They're like, all right, well, if we didn't have it now, here's the chance for it to happen.
There's a chance you're gonna have it. Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
so
They
hey,
showed videos at DFW airport, and it was like that, where everybody was just, it was like a cattle call, and I thought everybody's going to end up with it at this point.
For sure. At that point, there's someone who was talking about like the herd immunity thing. That's like, all right, if everyone gets exposed to it, then eventually the immunity comes around and antibodies are there. I was like, all right, I'm just going to buy into that. This is not looking good. But
I would just like to point out real quick again, all of our friends that are taking care of us: bubbly water, avocados, and Aperol. See?
Oh,
nice. It seems a little bit bougie though. We're like, oh, we have people that will deliver our groceries.
Oh, you want to hear bougie? Chad put edible flowers on the shopping list today, and I was like, necessities.
That might be the only thing left on the grocery store
That's
shelf,
what I
so you
said.
might be okay.
I said they'll either have them or it would be the last thing left.
I found them.
I mean, they say live your normal life while we're doing this, right? So
right.
My necessity. I'm paying people for these deliveries, so don't think that this is like a handout.
All right. I know like Zoom, I think, has like a 40-minute limit that we're almost at. But Amy, how are things going in Colorado, right? You're still in Colorado?
Good. Yeah, sorry. I could not get my computer to work with me. So,
it's all good.
Technology. Good. I'm self-quarantined because I had some symptoms, so they're not testing us unless you're high risk. So I think they just were able to get tests this week, so we'll find out how much damage it's actually done in this area. I mean, I think Telluride, which is a couple of hours away, had a couple confirmed cases and stuff like that. But I work from home, so other than the fact I can't just pop to the grocery store and get stuff, it hasn't really changed my life that much. The company, on the other hand, I haven't even done the math to see how much money the company is losing right now with all of the sporting places being closed, casinos, hotels and resorts, everything like that. So we've only got like 2 or 3 locations open, and our airports are starting to shut down too. So.
Gotcha.
Zoom just gifted us more time.
Oh, I saw that.
And also, like, since you're in the restaurant industry, so I actually just got a text from my friend Rebecca, who works over here at Farmstead. She does all the events, and she just told me that they laid off. Gosh, darn it! Freaking phone ringing again. They just laid off 100 people.
Oh,
and they're still one of the restaurants that's doing pickup and delivery and their farm boxes and stuff. And she just said that they laid off 100 people. And, we all know and love Farmstead and how busy they are all the time. So like,
yes,
this is just like insane. It just like keeps hitting. And I think like for me, that's something that just like we have to deal with day after day. And I know we all take it in, and it just like, it's crazy. Like we're all looking out for ourselves, but we also are trying to look out for each other. And it's like I'll get it.
It's all good. Yeah, but let's see. I'm gonna hold on. Finnerty, what's happening, bud?
Hey, sorry I'm late. I was lost in Great British Bake Off because that's pretty much all we've been doing during quarantine. But yeah, no, things are good in the city. I mean, we've been like shelter in place for a while, but like I really haven't. Even before that we were told to do that. My company shifted to work from home, and I like wasn't really leaving a 2-block radius of my apartment to go to the grocery store, things like that. Things seem to have like calmed down a lot more at the Walgreens and the grocery stores. It's less like panic buying. Still empty shelves for a lot of things, but we're holding down the fort. Animal Crossing came out on Switch, so I'm just like living my own life, building my own personal island.
It's like you and me. Like speaking of which, if anyone's into Call of Duty, I just downloaded the new Warzone game. So
Yeah. I'm just getting back into all the video games that I've been like putting off. Like I never really beat Zelda, so getting back to that. And yeah, Kristen and I were both just shifted to working from home, and yeah, trying to make the most of it.
Cool.
Kristen's doing a lot of crafts. She's taking a nap right now, but she's been like doing these like adult coloring books, like the very intricate patterns.
They're hilarious. They're really great, and they're very crude, which is awesome.
But yeah, no, we're just kicking it at home, hanging out with Olive.
Nice.
The cat's enjoying it. She's actually probably really confused why we're here all the time.
Oh, that's Grover for sure. It like when we got back from our trip, he was all over us, and then now he's like, "Okay, humans, like, be gone.
Do your thing."
I could use my space now. Yeah.
Exactly. Like this bed is for me to nap on, not you.
Yeah, I think the pets are enjoying it though. They're getting a lot of extra attention and extra playtime, extra treats, things like that. But no, it's good, and I think it's been cool because been Zooming and Google Hangouting with a lot of people from different areas a lot more. I'm like, I should just call people more just regularly.
Yeah.
Well, it's very nice to hear what's going on in other parts of the country from people that live in, not just because you just get bombarded with all of the news, and you just wonder what's going on, what's happening, and what's real and what isn't. And so it's good to hear what's going on.
Like if you read the Daily Mail on a regular basis, the world already ended 5 times in the last
week.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we're just trying to make the most of it, and just trying to order from different, like I bought a couple gift cards for different cafes and restaurants that were selling them and things like that, and went to Monahan's, bought a gift card.
Yeah. Go there and order a Bloody Mary at night. It's the best.
Probably get to people without
Yeah, actually they might.
Yeah.
without being snarky.
They'll be happy for the business.
I know. We've been turned down 3 times in our attempts to do that. They don't like it.
Uh-oh.
Now they'll be like, whatever you want.
Whatever you need. I'm like, I know that Bloody Mary is pre-made. Don't you lie to me.
Are they, their word on the street around here is that they're going to start allowing some of the restaurants to sell alcohol to go.
Oh, they already do that here. They have.
Are they? I didn't know if that
They,
was
they do that. They do that in Nebraska. Yeah,
Did
the
they?
governor allowed them to do that. So
yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So,
Actually, the state has to okay it. It's not just local. The state, like alcohol bureau, has to okay it. So they did it for California.
Yeah, like there's a few places that are selling cocktails to go.
Yeah, it can't be in a cup that you can drink out of. Like the lid actually has to be a solid lid. But other than that, yeah.
That's almost too Louisiana for us.
We're in Texas, and the governor lifted that regulation, and there's a restaurant here called Mi Cocina that sells these margaritas called Mambo Taxi. And they're selling them in the like Starbucks big to-go meeting containers. It's like 96 ounces of Mambo Taxi.
I love it.
You just like take that right to your dome like that.
Yeah.
Open it up.
Yes, you up.
How much is 96 ounces of margarita? Like how much does that cost?
Way too much.
That's
Way
like,
too much.
Well, a gallon is 64 ounces.
Yeah,
Right?
no, I mean like price wise. Like how much?
I don't know. I haven't looked to see how much they're charging.
Brittany, we can ask Allison because she posted that they got some yesterday.
Okay, I'm really curious as to how much people are selling.
I thought it was
margaritas.
I thought it was 4 containers of queso, which I wouldn't be mad about either. But then I thought that looks like a margarita, which is brilliant.
Gives a new twist on the idea of an open container, doesn't
it?
Yes.
Well, in Texas, don't you get a ticket if you don't have an open container and a gun on you at all times?
That's fake news.
At least that's how it was when I was growing up.
Hey, Courtney's from Houston. She knows.
That's true. That's true.
Oh, well, we're in Dallas. It's totally different.
Yeah. Highland Park.
Well, I wanted, since I don't know how much time we have left. until Zoom says, hey, stop. So thank you all for jumping on and saying, hey, it means the world to see all you guys.
Thank you all for canceling your Sunday plans.
Yeah, exactly.
To be with us.
Yeah. Like I stayed home from work just for you.
Thank you.
Right.
Thank you, Courtney.
I had a pretty packed schedule today.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm sure. Yeah, keeping that baby safe. That's your main priority
sure.
right now. Keeping your toddler entertained. That's also.
Where's Raya?
She's
Bring
in
her
with
back out.
Grandma. She's with Grandma.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
I don't know where she went.
Let's
I think
do it.
it's
Let's do it.
lunchtime for her.
Yeah, one more cheers.
One more cheers for everybody,
Next
and we'll
week, we're gonna try and keep in touch. If you guys ever need anything, I mean, please. I think everyone has our cell phones and whatnot. So cheers.
Cheers
guys.
to you all.
It's good to see
Thank
you
you all
all.
for your support. Love you.
So, Mike, you're going to try to do this on a weekly basis?
Yeah, we're gonna try and do like Sunday brunch, just moving forward. So we'll, announce it with, the meeting ID and link every Friday, so everyone has a day or so to, finalize their busy Sundays.
That's okay.
And then we'll just hop on, we'll chat.
Okay.
I'm gonna do some wine stuff as we build out some of these tasting packs and stuff too. So we'll do, some more like collective tastings. We could do just a wine book club every Sunday morning if we wanted to, see what everyone's diving into. I mean, this is meant to be something that's just open-ended and hopefully a way for everyone to keep in touch, meet some new friends, and just enjoy
And also
life a bit.
spread the word about MTGA wines, and we're
Yeah.
shipping. And if you sell wine for us, maybe we'll give you thinking.
Your virtual sales consultant.
Yes.
All right.
All right.
Exactly.
We can do that.
Challenge accepted.
Amazing.
Thanks,
We
Greg.
appreciate it.
Are you still doing your IG live tonight?
Yeah, are we gonna see some more QuaranTV?
Let's see QuaranTV. If
We'll
people
see.
demand it, then maybe we'll. I don't know.
I know.
I was only one beer in last night, and I was tired. Maybe I needed a night off, and then we'll regroup and see what's happening tonight. So.
I know. Since we're going to be drinking all day, tonight's would be
Exactly.
Extra.
Great.
Yeah, if you guys have not caught our must-see QuaranTV on either of our Instagrams, please tune in. It's comedy gold. Last night we did a live and incorporated some of our friends that, I guess I use that term loosely, but Courtney was there a lot, wearing a different hat or
in different costumes.
Different costume each time she called. So, and if you,
Hey, I'm quarantined by myself. I'm bored.
I get it.
So, all right.
I only took one nap yesterday too. So.
Well, thank you guys
Thank
again
you
so
guys.
much. We'll talk
Thank
to
you.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for the support.
And hey, wait.